In the video that you're about to watch, I sat down with a physiotherapist who needed help to get her business off the ground, to launch it, start generating leads and clients for her business, and get to her first 5K month. So we went through the entire strategy in terms of how to generate leads for a local business, whether you actually have to work with people physically, how to generate the leads, how to create the content, how to get the sales and converting, and what to price this kind of service for. So if you have a fitness business, if you have a personal training business, or any real service-based business that you need help scaling, the next 45 minutes or so will be very useful because we sat down in this session that we did and we took our business from 0 to 5K per month in around 47 minutes. Hope you enjoy.
I came up with a new concept
Okay.
about my business, and it's something that I'm able to do. And I think I just didn't think about it. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but so I'm going to be doing injury rehabilitation.
Amazing.
So I'll still be able to do the beauty side of it, the massages and stuff, and it does incorporate massage and stretches and exercises and stuff. But on the 25th of April, I'll be fully qualified to do that. So right now I'm a level 3.
Okay.
So on the 25th, I'll be a level 4, which allows me then to see clients and do injury rehab with them and get referrals.
Yeah.
So I already started this. How many weeks ago now? Probably about 4 weeks ago. About 4 weeks ago, and it just happened. So after I spoke to you, I had a client come in and she's complaining that she's got a rotator cuff tear, and I didn't know much about it then. But while I was doing my level 4 exams, it came up. So I had to do a treatment plan of how I would treat it, and I got a distinction in it,
Amazing.
and I was just like, so like this is right. So my tutor was like, well, yeah. Why would you think it's not right? So I'd already started treating this lady, like
Nice.
doing a little bit of like not trying to blind her with science or anything, just telling her like that this is what you can expect, it's gonna hurt and all of this. And I really loved it. So I
Amazing.
started documenting it. So I did how her shoulder looks now. So her face isn't in it, just her shoulder. And I recorded some of the tests that we've been doing to see how far her arm can move. And actually, she's got an appointment today at 5:15. So I've just been doing that because I want to wait until I've actually got my qualification to put my videos up.
Yeah.
I'm still recording content and making sure that actually I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go on the 27th of April. I'll be ready to go. So I've even updated my logo.
Fantastic.
And it now says injury rehab, massage, and aesthetics. And then I need to put a talk on my bio on my website about what exactly I can do. But I will be qualified to treat rotator cuffs, meniscus tears, all of that kind of thing that people need. People don't need a beauty treatment; they can choose to have it. But if you're injured, you're going to need rehab. And if you don't want surgery, then I'm the person to come to. So that's what I've done.
Amazing. That's fantastic. Okay, so there's a few big things I think we should be working off today.
How often should you be posting stuff? Is it kind of like once a week, once every 2 weeks? Because what I don't want is people to, not people going to get bored, but I don't want people to get bored. You know, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and I see that a lot of people put things up like every day. Is that necessary? Is that what I need to do? Do I need to get into that mindset?
Well, I think I'll just come back to this screen share. I think I quite like to do like, especially when you're first starting out, to do more content more often.
Yeah.
Just because, like, truthfully, the first few pieces of content you do, if it's like talking videos or just even if it's just like a picture with captions about rotator cuffs and how to solve it, even if it's just a picture, like the first few wouldn't be that good, respectfully. So like for most people, even mine, like, were really bad. so the more content you do quickly, the better you get from it. It's like the more you go to the gym, the better you become
Yeah.
with the exercises. So I would say like if you can do like even 4 or 5 pieces per week, like different stuff,
Yeah.
would be good. And I actually also think it's just an idea that comes up. You said you don't want to put out too much while you're studying and you're learning this level 4. I think it would be very good content. It'll be very enjoyable content, a very engaging content if you just share like you being in the journey of doing this stuff and
Ah,
you
okay.
learning, not from a
Okay.
place of like, I'm gonna help you and I'm gonna help you recover and I'm gonna help you heal, of you just saying like whatever you're feeling, you might be like, I feel a bit anxious about doing this, or I'm gonna do this because it's gonna allow me to, like I've had so many clients come, like so many patients come to me and I've realized like literally exactly what you just said. You're like, beauty is good, but it's not like, people don't come to you for beauty because it's kind of a nice to have to
Yeah.
get to solve the pain you have. That's why I decided to do this, so I can help people more. If that could be the way you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you also have like quite like energetic, like magnetic, like personality anyway. So if you just get more of that across and you just even like joke about certain stuff and you
Yeah.
just showcase more of that, people will buy into that anyway. So I,
Okay.
I would be tempted just to do some, if you're feeling like more courageous with it, like even videos, but you can also just do like just text and just say, hey, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm learning so far. Would be good.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Cool. So in terms of like, there's a lot I usually kind of like to go through on this call from a strategy perspective, but the big ones for you, because we almost have this like new thing we're doing, which is quite fresh. This new idea that we're doing is quite fresh, is quite new, is the injury rehab. So like, what are the 3 arms of the business again? So you have injury rehab as one, which,
Injury rehab, massage,
yeah,
and aesthetics. So facials and skin peels and all of that kind of thing.
cool. Which of the 3 would you say is like most popular at the moment? Obviously, this isn't started just yet, but from these two,
Facials are the most popular. Facials, hot stone, and Swedish massage.
cool. What's stopping us like from getting more clients from that? Is it like not enough people want it, or like not like,
Yeah, because it's kind of like hot stones is quite high end, and just like the warm bamboo. So things like that are also considered a kind of how would you describe it? Like um, like you can go to the gym yourself, or you can hire a personal trainer.
yeah,
So it'd be like the hot stones and the warm bamboo are personal trainer, whereas Swedish is you going to the gym yourself, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Cool. Okay, so that's that side of things. So that's more. What's the what we charging for that one? That side of things again?
So the Swedish is 40. No, it's not. Swedish is how much is Swedish? It's 48
Okay.
for a full body. If you want just your neck, back, and shoulders, it's 50 for a Swedish, 40 for neck, back, and shoulders. The hot stones is 60, and the warm bamboo is 55.
So between 50 to 60, most of these ranges. Anything
Yeah,
lower, or is it around? That's it for most of them.
yeah, yeah.
Do people know like how much it is before they come to you, or like are they asking like, is it how much is it? Like, what do I get?
Most people have looked at the website
Okay,
before they contact me, so I've got all the prices set out there,
cool.
clearly set out.
Yeah. Okay. So um okay, that makes sense. And then like, have we tried to do anything for advertising this side of things, like the massage and knee side of
Yeah,
things? What have
I
we tried?
made I made some videos. Um, looking back on it now, I'm just like, what was you thinking? I've made some videos. What else have I done? I've put on a the 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 advert of the printouts that I was giving out. I've done that as well, so that was done through Instagram. So I just copied the leaflet over to Instagram, of the offers that were available to the blue light workers and to general public.
I remember, yeah.
And then that's it really. And then just word of mouth, word of mouth. The clinic that I work at, that I rent a room from, they're quite good as well because they will advertise me and say, you know, if you want a massage, you need to speak to Carol, or they'll give people my number and people call and say, I need this, this, and this.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. So this is what we're doing now. This is kind of where we're at. What's the
turn it around.
What's the capacity? Like, I'll send this document as well, so you do have it as well. But like, what is like how many sessions are you doing of that per week at the moment, and like what's the goal, like total capacity?
Two sessions a week. The goal is to have 5 sessions per day.
Okay, so it's a big gap.
That's my plan.
Yeah. Per day we need to get, so like we need to get a lot more of these coming through. So currently per week is 2. We want to get to 25-ish per week.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Out of these that you've done, is there anything you think like or feel like it works better? Because I feel like if we just pick one and like that does better, be more useful rather than trying to do all of it. So maybe like one is probably winning or getting all of these sessions. Is there anything you think is, or you see getting the clients, or not really?
I think I'm just trying to think where I got those 2 clients from. One of them was word of mouth, and the other one I met through Groupon. I did a Groupon offer,
I remember,
which I hated. So I did her Groupon offer. Then she started to tell me about her shoulder. Be careful with her shoulder. She had rotated, and then we just got talking, and then she's now become my regular client. And she's agreed to help me do the videos and stuff. And in the job that she works, there are a lot of her colleagues are suffering with the same thing. Some have had operations to try and fix it, and now they're finding that they can't move as far. They can't move their shoulder, rotate their shoulder as far as before. And I think it's just the nature of the job. She's taken some of my business cards and put them in the staff room and stuff, and is telling people about that, like, come and try, because actually you don't have to have an operation. And then all the research and stuff I've done has helped, because actually you don't have to have an operation. It's gonna be a longer time that I'll have to see you, but it means that you're not going to have to sit and suffer through recovery time, and then at the end of it, you may not get the results that you want.
Okay. Yeah. Do they know, so on the leaflets and that side of things, so the whole thing is like word of mouth, kind of like we're getting away fully from Groupon. That we're not doing that because of the big cut. Do these people know? So like what typically works really well for these type of offers is to create a little bit more like belief that this is going to help them, or just give them some kind of like immediate. So even just positioning this offer as like, well, like 2 of them, the content and stuff will be, the offer will be different for both, because one is more of a like nice to have, and then the other one's more of a pain one. But for the injury rehab one, if it's not on the leaflets or if it's not on that offer already, I'd recommend doing something like call out the pain. So if you have this problem and you're scared of going to this, just literally call it out, because people have the problem anyway. They're feeling it. One of the most powerful things we can do is just put down on text and words. So like say if you have this problem, you can have a 15-minute consultation or 15-minute expert advice with a fully qualified expert, something like that. I would do as that offer, and then we can do that on leaflets and adverts with a QR code on it. Could be really cool. So the QR code, they scan it, it takes them to WhatsApp. They message a word on WhatsApp. They message you saying assessment on that, and then you just have a conversation with them, and you have a phone call, and you say, here's what you can do. I think that would work quite well for that type of offer.
Yeah, that sounds really good. That's right up my alley, because then I was thinking, when people want to know about it, like how do I go about that? Because some people just want you to assess them, um, tell them like this is what we can do, this is what we can work on, and then they go away and they either go to the doctor and say, well, this is what I've been told, and then they either come back and have the treatment or they don't. I
Yeah,
don't want to be in a position where, when people come to you and they're giving you like, oh, it hurts and this, and you're like, right, I can help you. Let's get this started. You get it started, and then they're just like, oh, I didn't know we were going to do it today. I thought, I'm just like, oh. So I thought about doing a assessment. Like the appointment would be like two different appointments. Assessment, you pay for your assessment, and then if you want me to treat you,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can come back for another appointment.
yeah. If you are you able to do like for the assessment? I think like this is what I think usually like does so well for like physio and like injury rehab businesses in general. I think people are way more likely to buy the main offers and the like the 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 longer term like sessions
Okay.
if they're already seeing you. Like if you sell like the first thing you sell is the phone call, the free call. On the call, you sell the next session. So like you sell the £40 or the £50, whatever the next price is for just the assessment. You say, call on the assessment. We're going to find out exactly what's wrong with you. Here's what we're going to fix. Here's where you're going to have a to-do list or blueprint of how to get back to your best.
Right.
Sell
Okay.
that, and then people are like, cool, I have this like knee pain or shoulder pain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I pay £50 and I get like the full diagnosis of like what's the issue. Obviously we can't say diagnosis, but like we can kind of
Yeah.
like go more towards selling like you're gonna have the solution. You can even go like for these injuries, a lot of the time the problem is like the uncertainty is what's kind of killing you a little bit. Like you don't know what's the issue, you don't know how to solve it. Like this will help you
Yeah.
solve that. And then once they've already paid for that session on there, you can sell the next thing. But once they're inside the office and you've given them the whole like blueprint, you're like, this is where you're struggling with. Here's what we need to do. Here's how we solve it. Do you want to do it together or do you want to do it by yourself? And you can kind of show them the two options.
Oh,
It's
okay.
quite an easy way to do it that way around.
Ah.
So I think if we
Yeah.
just like break it down in terms of step by step, it becomes so much easier to sell it.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Um,
I get it.
so I think because this is quite new and because we not really sold like too many of these, I think this would be the best way to do it for now. So like we can even lean on like the fact that you have a connection, so that this referral or this person that's kind of bringing these leaflets out, we can even do this as a kind of like whole thing is like we make people aware by the leaflets or the Instagram posts. It's all the same, or the Facebook posts.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook posts, leaflets. We have on those, like it literally just says like it calls out the problem, um, and then give them a solution. Free solution, which is a 15-minute call, and then from here you go to a phone call or to WhatsApp. Let's spell it out a lot. Like WhatsApp into a phone call, and then on the phone call you sell what's the price of the first assessment?
It's £40.
Cool. Um, I would do it like this, and then like we're just asking like each step gets a little bit bigger and a bit more of a commitment from each part.
Yeah.
But it's much easier if they have a problem. All we ask them to do is scan a QR code and send you a message on WhatsApp. So here, all we're selling is them to message you on WhatsApp. When they're on
Mm-hmm.
WhatsApp, we sell the phone call. When we sell the phone call, we sell on the phone call. We understand if we can help them, and we sell this. You can even have something as simple as like, is it a Stripe you do for payments? Like, how do you take payments currently?
I take it on Sum Up on my phone or my iPad.
Okay. If you have someone on a phone call, would you be able to take their payment like, or would
Yeah, because I can send them a payment link.
yeah? So literally on the call, you can even say, are you sure you like? Do you want to get help with this? Are you ready? And then on that call, on that phone call, you just say, call it. Let me take your payment now for this, so you can book the time.
Okay.
Would be a nicer way to do it, because then at least like if someone wants to do it, they'll be like, cool, let's do it now. If they're not sure, if they have questions or they just don't want to do it, they'll also tell you, and you're gonna like save a lot of time from this as well.
Yeah.
I think that would be quite good because we want to get, like, it's quite manual, it's quite a bit of work on your end to start off with, but as we get more clients through the door and as this builds, we can kind of like streamline some of the steps. So we can probably remove this one and we can go straight to a phone call. But for
Yeah.
now, I'd rather us get clients through the door and get the sessions up first, and then we can make it more fancy and more complex as we go.
Cool.
The only other thing I would add to this, just as a like stages, I would
Mm.
recommend doing, what are you planning? So they do the assessment. What are
Yeah.
you planning to do after the assessment? Do you want to do like a block booking thing, or do you want to just sell them, um, session by session? Like, how are you planning on selling it after the assessment?
I don't know what's best, to be honest. The client I have now, I just said it's going to take a while for us to work through all the things that you need to do and all of this. So she just comes every week, and like she was on holiday and she called me from holiday to say, "Are we having a session this week?" And I'm like, "Oh, we was on holiday." She's like, "No, coming back tonight." So
Amazing.
like, I think I was a bit like, I was shocked because she keeps saying, "But no, you're helping me."
Yeah.
So like, this is great. This
Yeah.
is great. So she doesn't mind the filming and stuff. So I think that I don't know. What do you find works best? I think either or.
Yeah, like either or is fine. The only reason I think you can get like more, you can get so much more buy-in, but like once they've already paid for that session and
Mm-hmm.
they're literally in your clinic in the studio like being treated, I think you can be very honest and just say like, you can just diagnose a little bit and just be like, hey, like you can show them on pen and paper on a document or whatever. You can say like, here's where we're at now. To solve this issue that you have, it'll probably take us 6 sessions or 6 weeks or 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
To do that, here's how, like, to do that, here's what that would look like. We need to do a weekly session for the next 6 weeks or 12 weeks. We're going to work on this and this. I recommend you see me weekly. Do you want me to show you how that would look like in terms of like investment or pricing or something like that? I would more like spell it out a little bit more. Like, we're here, we need to get here. On average, it'll probably take around, or I expect us to get there in the next 12 weeks. Every
Oh,
client would be
yeah.
different, but I would recommend just doing it like that.
Okay.
Because A,
Okay.
you're going to get more buy-in, but also I think you can even, you can probably sell like the bigger packages as well with this as well. It will just, for physios and for this type of offer, I think it would just give you so much more faith, like in more stability and more like certainty this works. Because if we know, the prices might be different, but if we know like per session it'll be £30 or £40 per session, and someone pays like £300 for the whole 8 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
you have that kind of like a little bit of stability anyway in terms of your business.
Yeah.
um, and also like, I actually think it's an easier sell sometimes if we say like, to go from where you are now to like the whole end to the end of it, it's like £320 for 8 sessions, and
Mm-hmm.
by the end of it you're probably going to be like here and you're going to be recovered and you're going to be in a good place.
Yeah.
People are more likely to do that and pay like £40 forever. It's an
Yeah.
easier
Yeah. Yeah.
in their
Yeah.
head anyway. We spell it out a bit more. um,
Yes.
it'll make it easier, I think, from a sales perspective. Hey, real quick one. If you're finding these video helpful and you are enjoying it and you want more help with starting, building and scaling your own online fitness business as well, then I'll leave a link down in the description of the video so you can apply to book one of these calls with myself, where we sit down and we break and tear apart your business in a good way and we scale it to the next level. So if you do want to book one of these calls, there'll be a description down below to do that, and I'll let you enjoy the rest of the video. I don't see why we can't pick a price here and then just do the same for the rest of them, honestly. Obviously, it'll be harder to have this high or have this at
Yeah.
like full, like, it'll be hard to have this at 40 and have these sessions be higher. That's why most people, I would guess, have this high, and then this one is lower, so it makes it easier for people to buy, I guess. Or once they've bought this, they're more likely to buy this. But this is low enough anyway, so if we do 40 or 45, just keep the rest of the sessions at that. Like keep the rest at 40.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
um, I would even say like it's maybe for you to think about, but maybe sell the first few assessments at like 40, like the
Mm-hmm.
first 2 to 5, and then after that you can just bring it up a little bit, and you
Okay.
can just say it's like it was like a promo offer for the first few people that joined. It's like I'm excited to be opening this new program or this new service. So for the first few people, I'm just celebrating by having the price a little bit lower as a
Okay.
bonus.
Yeah.
You know, everyone does that anyway, so that's okay. And then even if we say like the whole thing, I think would be easiest for you is like whatever price is, as long as people speak to you and they can feel like how much certainty you have, you're like, this is such a good offer. If you
Yeah.
feel like this is such a good offer, people on the other side will feel like it's a really good offer.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you have it just a little bit lower to start off with, like £5 lower or something like that, it's fine, because then by the end of it, you're gonna get momentum and you're gonna see it working easier.
Yeah.
So maybe for now, maybe have a look at how you feel, but maybe do 40 or 45 for the initial one,
Yeah.
and then after that, I would honestly do the same for this one. So I would just package this one the same. I would package for like whether they pay for this, they
Mm-hmm.
pay the same for this. They pay 40 times 6 if you recommend them doing 6 sessions,
Yeah.
or if you recommend 8 or 9 or 10. I would have like a document. You sit them down after they've had the initial assessment. You sit them down and you say, okay, to solve this next issue, to solve this, like here's where you are, here's where you want to go. To solve this thing, it will take around six sessions. It will take exactly 6 sessions. We're gonna get there. To do this, here's the price. The price for the 6 sessions is 6 times 40. It'll be £240. I would pitch it like that.
Okay.
Um, it'll be easiest to do, and you can like there's so much more you can do, but I think you can pitch the whole thing at like 240, or you can even say like if they pay in full, they get a small discount. So you can say like usually it's like if you pay for the whole amount, you can get £20 off or 20% off or something like that. If
Yeah.
you pay in one go, for the whole thing. Um, but just doing this here, I think will be where like a lot of the sales will come in anyway. Like a lot of the like clients and stability in the business will come in,
Okay.
because if we charge in like 250 to 500 for treatments for 6 weeks, it'll be 240 for 12 weeks, it'll be 480. We just need to get a few of these clients through the door in the first
Mm-hmm.
month, and you already have way more stability. That's what I'd prefer
Yeah.
doing like that initially anyway.
Okay.
Because it'll probably also allow you to not have to worry or stress too much with the other jobs and the other side of things, and you know someone's there for the next 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes life a lot easier.
For sure.
Um,
Yeah.
I would do that. Do you still want to be selling this one, like the aesthetics and the hot stone and Swedish massage, or do you want to be like more going towards this?
I really want to focus on the injury rehab. And to be fair, the massage and the aesthetics is a nice fallback, and like because people don't have to have it, it's a nice to have. Or it's I'll treat myself this month. You can't really rely on that business wise, because if people decide that this month they can't treat themselves because they want to book holiday or whatever, you're not going to get that business. And it's not in a mean way, but people who are hurt always want to be well, so they're more going to lean into the injury. So I'm more going to lean into the injury side of things, because people are always there's always someone somewhere who's got something that's hurting for whatever reason. So I think that the injury rehab, I really want to give it a really good push.
Yeah.
And go from there really, and then the rest is a bonus, if you like, because then somebody will tell somebody's brother or somebody's sister or somebody's wife that, oh, she also does this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think right here right now, I really want to focus on the injury rehab part of things.
Yeah. 100%. I think with the like aesthetics and the massage, I think it's also, like you say, it's harder to get people coming in consistently. They'll come in, they'll get it here and there, but it's hard to have that like consistency with like. I mean, it would be similar with the injury rehab to an extent. You still need to find new people quite often because
Yeah.
once they're healed, they'll have like no reason to want to keep coming back a lot of the time. So you'd still
Yes.
have to do that, but like the life cycle should be higher because people come in, they stay for 6 weeks, 8 weeks until they get the whole thing solved.
Well, I've thought about doing speaking to a physio. There's a physio that works at the clinic that I work at.
Would the physio be referring for the injury rehab, or would they be referring for the massage and the beauty?
Injury rehab,
What?
because
Yeah.
they would deal with patients that have been referred from a doctor's surgery for physio, but then does the the physio does the will say, okay, you need to do some stretches. So then the physio would pass the person on to me, um, and say, this person's got a torn rotator cuff. We've recommended that they do some stretches and they rest and they do these exercises. Is there anything else you can do to help them? So where I come in, I do a more of an enhanced healing process, because the exercises that the physio gives you, you either do them or you don't. They and right now, physios don't have the time to come back to you and say, right, have you done your exercises? If you don't have a follow-up appointment, it doesn't mean anything to them. They're still going to get paid. So for me, it's trying to keep away from the feeling as if the physio doesn't care because all you've got to do is exercises. And when I had physio, I was just like, what is that? You want to do some stretches? And I was just like, well, you know what? I don't have to do them, do I really? Yes,
Yeah.
it's benefiting me, but I can't see how that's going to help. So I didn't do them.
I would say that's fine. I think the only thing is like to make it like more driven about like what's in it for them. I think
Yeah.
even if you just do some kind of like a small incentive would be useful.
Mm-hmm.
You can literally like anyone that come. You can do it two ways. You can have anyone that comes from the physio. You can have the price the same, and you can just give the physio a small percentage and just incentivize them that way round. Just have like a
Okay.
referral scheme or such, or you can have people that come from the physio to have a slightly different price, have it a little bit higher, and then you just have that amount to go to the physio. Could be a way to lead with that as well.
Okay.
Um, and you can do that with so many things. You can do that with like gyms near you as well, like any gyms that don't have this offer or service.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that with beauticians as well. Like it would also like depending on how busy they are, it could be like a nice way to do it. You just need to like lead with the fact that you are an injury rehab specialist, not someone that does both, because I think they might get worried about potential clients
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
potentially. That's why I would recommend it. And I would say like doing that would make a big difference and pushing that. And then with this, you can even have like this is just more something that we can look at as we have more people coming in for the injury rehab. We can have these people coming in on the injury rehab offer, and then after they finish it, they can even get like a booklet, or they can get a leaflet, or they can get like even a PDF document that's virtual, at no cost for you to make. And you can just say, oh, by the way, we also have these other services, or would you happen to know someone that's interested in this or this? This is gonna, you can even like storytell. You can even say you finished the thing, but if you just do a regular massage like once a month or whatever, it will also help with like stress relief, and that's going to help with this reason. And it's going to help you be less likely to get injured in the future. If
Okay.
that's true, could be a way to do it.
Oh. Okay.
What about the like content side of things? Are we doing to promote that? Are we doing anything from that? Are we planning to do anything from like videos or posts, or what do you have in mind from?
I think because the amount of time people spend on their phones and online, I think videos is the way to go. Do you think that the content that I have now, I should post it now, or should I was waiting. I don't know what I was waiting for. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like, people are going to want to see this kind of thing. I wasn't sure what to put out there. So right now we've got her tests. We've got me doing some rehab work with the actual rotator cuff itself. Um, and this evening we were gonna just get the muscles around it to stop contracting by giving it a nice hot stone massage around the muscles, and putting some cold stones on the actual rotator cuff itself to stop the inflammation. So I'm kind of like, what should I do? Should I, are people going to be like, really? Why are you showing me this kind of thing? So I'm very unsure in that regard, but I think that videos is the way to go. But then how much content, how long should it be, and all of that, and editing and making sure it looks good. And I've bought one of those follow camera things so it can,
Amazing.
follow me when I change position. They can see what I'm doing, kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know when, how,
Yeah,
not sure when.
amazing. Well, like this is so good. Like you brought this up. Like the best content, in my opinion, that you can ever do, as of right now, is like content that you actually showcase you doing stuff with clients.
Okay.
Because even you've mentioned this, is like it's easy to just post like content or just write post that people can help with something. But if people can actually see you doing something with a client, it's really powerful, because they can see them. They like all of a sudden there's way more trust in you, because
Mm-hmm.
they see you doing the thing, and it like on a like even on like on a deeper level, like they're like, oh, Carol must be busy, she must be good at her job, she has clients that she's working with. um so that type of content is always very powerful. And even if you just do like, if you just like leave that camera to film while you're doing the
Yeah.
whole session, you can just piece it together, and you can put like some pieces in there that are quite conversational and quite good. I don't know if there's, is there any like talking in this video? Is there anything like you talking about life or the injury, or not really?
No. So it's right now. It's just the video of me doing the stuff. I did think about doing like a voiceover
Yeah,
just to explain what I'm doing. Um, but then even that, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. Even though I know what I'm doing, it's really difficult when you're trying to like let the general public know
yeah, yeah,
what's happening.
yeah. I agree. Well, the voiceover is easier to do than the videos. Like you talking on camera is easier. I would think about a couple of things, and this is where like a lot of people get overwhelmed with content, because they try and speak to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I did this as well. It's like there's like 8 billion people on in the world. There's like 4 billion or 3 billion on Facebook. If we try and speak to all of them, it would, like, some people are not going to like it, and
Mm-hmm.
some people are not going to understand it. But when you're doing this voiceover, if you just think about like one person you're speaking to, it's easier.
Okay.
Much easier. So if you just think about like, I'm doing this voiceover, the very first thing that would make life so much easier is just think about like one person that it needs to make sense to. The one person it should make sense to is someone that should be a potential client or is looking to be a potential client. So you could
Okay.
do like, and you can really dumb it down. Like you can go like, you can just like forget about like the other physios, the other injury rehab, like all of these other people, and just do ones which is like, hey, I'm doing this. You know, if you don't know what this is, it looks a bit weird. It's weird because of this reason. Here's what it does. Here's what it solves. You're like you're like naturally like easy to speak to and easy to kind of like converse with, and easy to have a conversation with, and like easy to explain what you do and how you do it. Like that's what we're trying to do. Just explain it to one person in the back of your head. If it's like someone you want to work with, so
Yeah.
like when you had the injury, like the old you, or before you went to see the physio, even try and explain what you do now to that old version of you that was having the injury. Just speak to one
Uh-huh.
person with this will make it so much easier.
Ah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
um and then also like speak to one person, but also I would say like like tell stories more as well with this content that you're doing. Like tell more stories on it. Like tell more stories with it. I don't know if we're doing any now, but like even if you're just like, hey, I'm doing this thing, I'm doing it for this reason because this person came to me and she was struggling with this and she had this problem. You're just telling her story and you're like, here's what this will help her solve. This is why it's good. If you're also on the fence or if you also have this issue, here's how we can solve it for you.
Oh, okay.
It makes it so
Yeah.
much more like easy to follow along if it's like a story than like just talking to people about the service. It's quite boring. If it's just facts, it's quite boring. But if
Yeah.
it's like more like here's a story, here's how I did this, it's easier. So if it's more storytelling, it'll pull people in so much more.
Okay.
I also
Yeah.
think the last thing, this is going to be more harder to do than from where we're at now, but it has a higher reward thing. If you can get some clients coming in, like that lady that's happy to be filming the videos and helping, I think it'll be so powerful if you can get some content which is just, or some videos of you just doing a session and you just catch like an interesting thing that you just talked about. You know, you just leave the camera recording, depending on how, like, if it's like you doing I don't know if there is any other form. If it's just a massage, it'll be hard. But if there is parts in your service where you're just speaking to her and you're just talking about something that's might not even be related towards your service, you might just be talking about like something that's something funny that's happened, something in the news, whatever it might be. I think if you can take that small little snippet and turn it into a video, it can get a lot. Like you'd be surprised how many like views and comments and stuff it can get. Like, oh,
Okay.
I was thinking the same, or I had the same struggle, or this is so true, and it's very unique. Then it's just a real conversation that's gonna get a lot of followers and a lot of likes and stuff.
Okay.
But I think if we start with this first, we can always add that on later, depending on how much you wanna kind of push yourself with this stuff.
I want to push myself. I really do because I want this. I really want this to work. I think I found where I fit in now. Whereas before I took like my exams and stuff, even when I did my level 3, I felt like I'm finally starting to realize where I'm supposed to be, and what I'm supposed to be doing. But now having like completed most of my level 4 and just have my final exam left, I just feel like this is me.
Yeah.
This is me, and it's been a very long process, very hard process, but this is where I'm at. And I got on Monday. Somebody had an issue with their neck, and their mom called me over, and I thought, well, why are you calling me? What do you want me to do? Kind of thing. But straight away, I knew what it was, and her mom called me yesterday to say thank you. Like her daughter really slept well, and like the night before she didn't get any sleep because she was crying with this pain and that. So, and I think for me that is so nice. It's not nice that she was injured, but it was so nice that I recognized, oh, this is what this is. So this is what needs to happen with this.
Yeah.
So things like that just make me feel that like now I know that I'm in the right place. Now I'm not a square peg trying to fit in a round hole.
Yeah. It's more rewarding and you can like do so much with the stories on that as well. Like I would definitely kind of do it and I'd definitely go all in and I would do the content now. And
Okay.
I would just be like the best content, and this is like inherently quite like hard, but that's why it makes it like work. It's just being yourself with it. So the more you can just be like, hey, I'm doing this thing, I'm studying for this, I've got my final exam, I'm kind of nervous, but I've studied. Like whatever's true to you, whatever you're thinking about this stuff,
Yeah.
just doing that as content. Like people would be like, oh, this is so interesting, this is so relatable, and like it'll be like the leaflets. It'll be people sharing it. Like, yeah, not all of them would be good fits for this. Like not everyone that gets a leaflet would be a good fit. But if you send a leaflet, if you show the leaflet to a million people, like you're probably going to have a small percentage of those that are like, oh yeah, I have this problem. So when you do
Yeah.
start advertising in the future, it'll get more people coming through. So just keeping it very simple like just being honest and just being like, I'm doing this as a, even as a video, as a for your type of thing, for your type of offer, video content will do so well.
Oh, thank you.
For sure, it will do so well because it's like you can be more yourself with it. You can like have that energy across much more than for anyone really. For like video is way better, but also like it'll get more shared, it'll be more engaging, and it'll kind of drive that forward. And so yeah,
Exciting times.
absolutely. So like immediate action points, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of what we need to work through would be this. Like one would be building out new leaf with QR codes. This alone should get us some people coming in and some inquiries and clients just for the local stuff, to book a call, confirm offer packaging, prices. It'd be so powerful if you have this thing here on a Google document. This one, when people come and see you, they pay for this session, you show them this package or this document, and you're like,
Okay.
hey, here's where we're at, here's what we're doing, here's where we're going to go.
Mm-hmm.
So we have some kind of an offer document. We have some kind of an offer document that we can show people.
Yeah.
Build. It'll also make it feel more real. Build out. You can print it out for people and give it to them, and they can have it. Build out an offer doc for them to see next steps. And then the last one would be the people coming into this content here that are like liking, commenting, that are following, that are sharing it to people, because the content will be really good. It's going to get people to share it. Once we do that we want to just have a quick conversation with these people and just say, hey, do you also have this problem, or do you know someone that does? Whatever we send them as a first message, that can also move people into turning them into clients. Just on Facebook, people that like this content. That's why content is so good, because it's like, if someone likes it, you can just have a conversation with them easily. You can just send them a message and say, hey, I'm also like, are you based in this area? What kind of problem do you have? Do you have a problem, like whatever it is? And you can still take them on the same kind of thing of conversation to phone call to assessment. That's what I would do.
Cool.
Awesome. Anything else at all? Anything else that's like coming up? Anything else you wanted to go over or cover from this?
No, I'm excited to get started.
Amazing.
I'm excited.
Perfect.
I know it's not going to be easy, but I think that when you work hard, when you get the rewards, it's just so worth it. So, and I'm willing to like give it a very, very good go before I could hold my hands up and say it's not working. So no, I'm excited. I am.
Yeah, it's like it's so much more sticky as well. Like it sounds like you're so much more like aligned to this like new thing than the last time we spoke, which is amazing.
Sure.